So today we are actually going to go through and talk about the live stream details about the Origin second anniversary live stream. So there was many different details and we'll go through them one by one. But first of all, they started with the welcome announcement kind of thing, both in English and Japanese as well, so both people can understand.
뭐 어떠신가요? 뭐 간략하게 글로벌 분들을 향해서 인사라도 한번.
네. Greetings, global CEOs. Welcome to our second anniversary live feed show. My name is Hyun-soo Kim, and I'm currently working as the director for Counterside. First of all, thank you for playing our game and supporting us. Counterside originally started in Korea, but we always remember that we are always together with Japan CEOs, Southeast Asia CEOs, and lastly, global CEOs. We consider all of you to be our precious community. I'll do my best to make your experience with Counterside better in the future. Now, let's continue with the show.
어머니가 그랬어요. 내 소망이 담긴 별이 무거워지고 무거워져. 더는 하늘에 매달리지 못하게 됐을 때 그 별이 내 품으로 떨어져 그 소망을 이뤄준다고. 그래서 난 매일 별을 올려다보며 언제 어머니처럼 훌륭한 어른이 될까 손꼽아 기다렸어요. 그런데 말이죠. 저번에 한 아이가 제 활약을 보고 반짝인다고 했어요. 제 모습을 담고 싶대요. 그때 결심했어요. 언젠가 떨어질 별을 기다리기보다 내가 사람들의 별이 되기로. 가라! 한 방울의 힘을 담아 도울게요. 야! 모두의 응원과 마음을 모아서! 그러니까 조금만 기다려요, 관리자씨. 열심히 노력해서 금방 멋진 어른이 될 테니까요.
Moving on to the game content, the first character we have is Solovey, which is going to be the anniversary awakening units, and she is going to be ranger unit. So she's going to be awakening ranger. They didn't say what cost she is, so we'll see, but probably 6, maybe 5, we'll see. I don't think they really wants to go beyond that these days, but probably one of those two. And it says she will be doing high damage against the enemies with the high evasions. So I can really think that she is going to be countering some of the defenders as well as maybe some strikers, because she also has a surefire hits, and surefire hits goes really well with the any DPS character these days. So those two things combined, I think she should be very, very good to reliable DPS units for anyone, especially in gauntlets. And we are also going to be having new substream that's going to be featuring Solovey, and we have unexpected character in this event as well, which is actually Yoon. So she was injured after, like the many other employees, after the main story's huge battle. Now she is back to Coffin Company, and she seems to have a new look as well. So now she is called the new Counterpass SSR employee and free agent Yoon. So she seems to be taking the look of the awakening version of her, but with some different outfits and different weaponry. And this time she is going to be, supporter class units that's going to be helping you able to do more damage with your crit based characters. That's really, really nice alter version of her. And this is what I kind of wanted from like a Persona when they're first introduced. And I think the more of the Persona units are definitely not a bad thing these days now. So I'm excited to see what can she do. But her design wise, I think she definitely looks quite mature, and you can definitely see she changed a lot over years since she was first introduced to the game. So the gap between that is pretty big, and I really like that. The story is about her being a mentor to Solovey. So this is going to be Yoon, which is one of the OG character returning after long absence. So we'll see what they will be doing together. And along with that, we have another additional SSR units that's going to be adding. Her name's QoL Nibble, and she is going to be a character that's going to be doing more damage against the counters and defenders, and she's going to be a ranger units as well. So a lot of rangers. Like I said, I think that's what they're trying to do right now, and since a lot of rangers also have a trigger for the operators, so that makes sense. And we are going to be getting new anniversary skin, and this time it's going to be Lily who's going to be receiving the skin. And I liked her summer skin, and I thought it was going to be really hard to top that one, but this skin is another one, and I really like the skins. I think they should definitely buff her a little bit again, maybe. I know she was like cancerous back in the day, like I even complained about her, how OP she is, but maybe giving back a little bit would be nice with the skins, maybe. The next one we have is next prestige skin, and this time it's going to be the main character of the game, Mina, receiving the skins, and it looks really nice and cute. And all I can say is I can't wait to get it. But it's supposedly kind of making her fit more into the title she has, which is the wolf. Hence, that's why she has cute ears and tails. So I'm excited to see how many people are going to spam her more in the PvP now. And they also tease what's upcoming after the anniversary events with some new units coming in. First teaser we have is the new counter pass units. And I think after what they said during the live stream, as well as taking a look at the illustrations, it's definitely going to be the QoL altar. And she also has a rifle and case of the rifle. So more of a nun version of her, because before that she was not really looking like a nun, honestly. So quite excited to see, but yeah, she is going to be the next counter pass units. And they also teased the next awakening units, and they said have a fun time guessing who this will be. I really can't guess who he is, because this purple hair color, I think there's only one character that really tells me with this size big bust and then purple hair color, which is a Lucretia, but I'm pretty sure she's not coming back, because yeah, she's like dead in the story. So it's definitely not her. So it must be someone else. Seeing the connection with this church and the symbol, maybe Ramda, maybe, but that's the only character I can think of. I just don't know. It's definitely not going to be me. I don't think so. So that's my guess as goes. Maybe enlighten me in the comments. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out. And we also have a new sub stream along with her, and it's going to be introducing, I guess, more non-characters. We can definitely see Silhouette of Agnes in the middle and some other characters beside her. And they are basically a cult group that exploit the counter side effect as a spiritual phenomenon. So they are basically a scammers. They're trying to go after your money. But the story also tells that why they're doing this kind of thing. So we'll see what they will be doing. And we have new Gauntlet skin coming in as well, and it's going to be replace her Queen. This Queen skin looks incredible, and Queen is definitely part of the really good meta units, and I'm pretty sure we'll see Queen's definitely getting more banned after she receiving the skins, because the skin definitely looks really nice. Starting with the quality of life changes next, they are adding some filter search options for employee as well as a gear section, so you can just type the name instead of kind of scrolling down going through the filters, even though I think I've got used to using filters. But now you can actually directly type the gear. For example, if you want to look at maze gear, I guess you can type maze or an HP and it should be able to appear. I think that's the point. And I think gear-wise is okay because we have presets, but I think it's the units that sometimes have a harder time searching for it. So I think a unit search function is probably more useful for me than the gear ones, because gear ones I usually just set it to presets and just use it. Next one is also pretty big quality of life changes. First thing is being special fusion core craft limit carrying over each week up to 30, I think, looking at their screenshots. So meaning if I don't craft any, next week I should be able to craft 30 all in together. And the example they gave is that if you craft 10 and if there's 5 left over, next week you can craft up to 20 instead of 15. So that is pretty nice quality of life feature. And along with that, they're also making you spend less fusion cores to get character to 110. So instead of 75 fusion core you needed before, now you only need 50. So that's a huge reductions. And if you already got your characters to 110, don't worry, they definitely said they are going to be refunding you. So for example, for my Korean server account, I have pretty much all the characters at 110. And I think I'm getting about 4,000 fusion core as a refund. And that's a lot of fusion core. I'm pretty sure that's more than enough fusion core for me to spend until the game goes until 10th year anniversary or something. So it's a lot of fusion cores. But yeah, if you've been playing the game for a bit, you are going to be getting crazy amount of fusion cores. So, and that's definitely going to be helping you craft more fusion cores. And for new players, like I said, that's definitely less resource you have to invest in to get to a character to 110. So that is pretty good and positive change, and huge reductions on the resource management. And they're also going to be adding Awaken Employee as well as an Operator custom pickup. So you don't really have to wait around for so long for a certain character or certain operator to be rerun. Now you can kind of choose what you want to go for and just go after them. And Awakening characters especially, the pity always carries over. So it's going to be much more easier to aim for a certain character you want to get if you missed it. They're also going to be revamping the reward for the returning user missions as well, and they also does say that the people who already completed this missions are going to be able to do it again because they're going to be resetting the progress. So meaning, I guess someone who never quit the game before is able to get the reward once again. I don't know, or do you actually have to complete this mission before? Wish it was the first, but we'll see. But regardless, that's more rewards for any returnees. And another thing is the Maestro getting tactical update revisions. Since she's a character does not attack, so her first dupe as well as a fourth dupe was totally useless. But now they're changing that into more useful, which is giving more damage reduction. So Maestro is going to be much more tankier now. Along with that, they're also going to be increasing substring event currency amount. So each time they run it, they give about 3 times more. Now they are going to be giving 5 times more. So it's going to be easier to get more things with the same amount of Eternium you spent before. Okay, so let's go over the Q&A section of the live stream since that was not covered in the summary post. First thing they have is regarding to like 120 progressions and such. Just like they say, they are going to be reducing the amount you need to get your characters to 120. So less fusion cores you needed, since from 75 it goes to 50. And that additional fusion cores could be working towards to get your characters to make more special fusion core. And the special fusion core craft limit will carry over each week to a certain amount as well, so you don't have to try to gather 75 fusion cores every single week to try to craft all of it. But if you've been playing the game for a while, you are definitely not going to be needing additional fusion cores at this point, because you are going to be getting a lot of fusion core refunded. Like, we're talking a lot. And if you're a spender, you're probably in a position like I am, if you're even the light spender who just buys BP and stuff. So they're definitely going to be reducing the burden of the fusion core requirements for you a lot less after starting next week. And the next question is a big question, and I think they answered it pretty well, which is regarding to Awakening characters exclusive gear that's going to be added to the game. First thing they said is that Solovey is going to be the first character that's going to be receiving it, and she's going to be getting 4 slots. So that's exactly like what they said in the dev notes. And they're going to be lining up the gear ability along with the relic gears with the max latent power. Key difference compared to existing exclusive gear is that it's going to have on 1 lines of latent power, just like relic gears. But that stat is going to be locked into a single stat. So right now, if I get a Breach or Relic Gear, I could be getting hits, all these garbage stats that I don't need. Where with the Awakening exclusive gear, I'm always going to be getting the 1 latent power that is useful for that character. So if they say, if developer decide they're going to go with the range damage for Solovey's gear, for example, since she's a range damage character, then yeah, whenever you get the gear, you're always going to be getting range damage latent power on that gear. Of course, the rate of that is going to be randomized, so you could be getting 1 gold line and 2 gray lines, which is the trash, and then you might have to pray for the relic binary. but it's going to be much less RNG, and whenever you get the gear, I think it's going to be an upgrade if you don't have any gears, especially for a new player. And an introduction of the set binary as well as a tuning binary pity, other options, is definitely much more easier to manage. So overall, it goes line with the intent to do, which is trying to reduce the burden, having too much confusion with the gear setup, especially for the new players. Like, they pull out the awakening characters and they don't know what to do with the gear options. But I think now they have the gear recommended tabs for each characters, which is pretty good, I think, for most of the characters. Then they have the system now for the awakening characters. So if you want to farm for this character's gear, you go to that stage, you only go for that stage and farm this gear, and you can get the character's gear. If you get the 4 slots, that's it. That's probably a good starting point, but we'll see. They also said that they're going to closely look into it to ensure the players that it's going to be a less stressful farming method compared to ones we have, and they just want this to be easier method, especially for new players. And they're definitely going to be adjusting raids if it is too low, so they're going to be live updating as the players I guess data collect. I'm still on fence about it, because if it is not better than existing gear, why is there a reason to go after it? Or are they going to have to make it better than existing gears for me to go and farm after it? We'll see. But at least they're pretty open about it. That's the stance I liked. So we'll see when they arrive with the Solovey and see how good it is compared to existing gears we have. Long as you're not spamming, like, let's say, like a shouting exclusive gear, stuff like that, where instead of accuracy you get attack speed as the main stats. Stuff like that is going to be problematic, because that means you are forced to use that gear. So long as you're not forced to use that gear, you can still manage around with the existing endgame gears. I think that's pretty good. But like they also said, the pity for the set binary and tuning binary exists, and I guess they kind of want players to dump those like piling up resources they have right now, especially for a player like me. Like I said, I haven't really dipped down from like over 10,000 tuning binaries since the update, because I definitely have to spend way less than before. Set binary is steady stacking up, so that's the point, that there needs to be something new for me to kind of dump into. But we'll see. We'll see. Like before, if they had a set like pity options, I'll be very skeptical. But with the pity options now, like gear is very, very easy in my opinions. Like at this point, the gear is not a problem for me. So we'll see. So let's summarize the anniversary rewards. First thing they are going to be giving you is, of course, the awakening selector units that you can select up to Niall, which is very, very nice. And you are also going to be getting 3 additional random awakening selector as well. So 3 random awakening units. If you get lucky, I guess you can get the missing units or some useful tactical level for the ones you like. And you are also going to be getting some SSR selectors, random SSR tickets, operator selection coupons, as well as ships, rare skins, and there's other resources such as quartz fusion cores, special fusion cores, and free 150 pulls. They're also going to be giving some gear selection coupon as well for your relic gears, as well as inhibitors and other gears as well. So they are giving a lot of stuff. There's also pure possibilities, relic binary. So bottom line is, this is more reward than they ever gave out before during the anniversary. So you are going to be running and swimming in the amount of rewards they give out in this anniversary. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the summary of the live stream. There are a couple things I left out and missed. I think first thing is the Niall actually getting buff for next week as well. So I'm assuming she's going to be getting some stat boost to make her more tankier to start up and such. So we'll see what kind of buff she's going to be receiving. But like I said, there's a lot of things that's coming for next few weeks. So we'll try to cover everything as they come. But overall, I enjoyed the live stream, excited for new characters and such. So we'll see what else will be coming down in the future as the time goes. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.